Well, what's up, folks? Yeah, I know I haven't done a video in a long time. It's been a while. There's a number of reasons why I hadn't gotten around to it, but hey, I'm doing one now. So that's the good part. Now, the incel thing. I don't know why I'm just so fascinated with what goes on with incels. I noticed a number of people had written to me about their life as incels, and one thing that's kind of repeated is being suicidal. Now, that one I don't get. Now, okay, admittedly, I guess you can say I'm not an incel, because in the last month, between the last time I've done a video, I've gone out with a couple of females, for one reason or another. But I still don't get the suicide part, because although I'm not an incel, I know what it's like to be alone. When I was in high school, I did not date. I wanted to, but I'll be the first to admit now, I didn't know nothing about females. And it wasn't like, they were making their way to me. Because really, when you look at it, and females will never admit that, it takes two. You can always say the guy is supposed to do this and the guy is supposed. The truth is, females participate in relationships with people that they want to be with. And any of them that'll tell you that's not true is a lie. Females participate in relationships that they want to be in. And, when I was reaching out, it wasn't like they were reaching back out to me at that time. It wasn't until college that started to happen. Not that I was any, Don Juan in college, but I did a whole lot better in college than I did in high school. And I'll be the first to admit that. So, still, suicide? Because you didn't get a girlfriend? To me, that's a stretch. And I know what it's like to be alone. I've been alone before. I guess, some of you guys will say, well, I'm 35 years old and I've never had a relationship. Okay, true enough. I've never been in that situation, but I've been in some bad situations. And like I say, I know what it's like to be alone. You just don't sit up and feel that you need to kill yourself because some female is not interested. I don't get. Because life is going to go on. And see, I always had an attitude that if something bad happened to me and I took my life because of it, as far as I was concerned, they win. And I don't like the fact that they win. Now, just like the girls in high school, they'll never say that, well, we didn't have anything against him. We weren't adversarial against him. And they can say that, but like I say, they gave attention to other people and they didn't give attention to me. Recently, a guy at my high school, he was a nice guy. Me and him, we weren't friends. We never really talked one-on-one until years after we got out of high school. And that was just for a short moment. I happened to run across him. He passed away recently, and it was a big shocker. It was a shocker for me. And like I said, we weren't even close, but being that he was part of the fabric of my high school, it was kind of a letdown to find out that he had passed away. I mean, we all got to go that way sometime, but I really did not expect him to go. And, I always looked at the fact that he got a lot of attention. He got attention from female. He had a girlfriend most of the time he was on campus, and, everything worked for him. When he was in college, I understood he did, well in the female department. Now, if you ask me, I don't see myself any less than him, but what can I say? He did, pretty well. I didn't. Am I gonna commit suicide over that? I mean, the world is not fair, true enough, but I don't see that being a suicidal thing. And I'm sorry, I'm not able to say anything prolific and earth-shattering about that, but I mean, there's too many other things I guess I can do than to sit and worry about the fact that I don't have a female. Yeah, it would be nice if I did, but I just don't consider that something you would kill yourself about. And trust me, I know you want a girl. We're not talking about being horny. It's not about the sex. It's, you do want that company of a female. But suicide? That's the part I guess I don't get, that somebody would feel suicidal over the fact that they don't have a female in their life. To me, when it gets to that point, especially once you're out of high school, you're able to walk, you're not disabled, you're not grossly disfigured. It just seems like, to me, you can rework your options. But that's just me talking. It just seems, there's things that I could do. There's things that anybody can do. I mean, even though I'm not with anybody at the moment, I do have what I call glimmers, so I do get attention. I may not be able to always, put things in fruition, but I do get attention. And I would imagine at some point, if I can get some attention, I would think that most guys can at some point or another. I don't know. Just recently, I was out of town and we were talking about a friend of mine who stuck in a real horrible relationship with a girl who was mentally ill. And we were constantly telling him to get out the relationship, and he wouldn't. And it led to a lot of tragedies. And the other guy was basically saying, well, our friend was over 600 pounds. I mean, he was a big guy, I admit. And he didn't have options. But he was a big guy, I admit that. But he was one of those likable big guys. Everybody liked him, but he was pretty big. There's nothing you can take from that. He was just a big guy. But I still say he did not have to stay in that horrible relationship with someone who was mentally ill, that had done things like lied and told the police on more than one occasion that she was beat up, and the police came and arrested him. That type of thing. And he would keep taking her back. To me, I don't know. I just don't think you have to do that. And so that's what I said about the suicidal thing. It just seems like there are options. You just have to exercise them. And, I guess it's easy for me to say, but I still think there's options. But that's just me.